Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you like what you see here today. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. I appreciate you all for watching. And don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like this video. It helps get me out in the algorithm so that others can see what I'm doing here. Today I'm going to do something that I have not tried before, but I have seen others do. I'm using this coaster mold, and I'm only going to do one of these because I haven't tried this method before and I don't know if it's going to work correctly for me, but we are going to try it out today. And I don't know if there's a name to this method or not, but it's gonna make it look wavy and maybe velvety. So I have my resin already mixed up. I'm just using regular resin, and what I'm gonna do is pour in, I probably have too much here. I mixed up 4 ounces. You don't want to fill the mold all the way because we will be putting a top coat on this after, and you will see why in a minute here. So I filled it probably about a quarter of the way or so. Just make sure that it's in every corner. You want it to at least just fill the bottom. And I'm going to spray real quick to get any bubbles out, which may or may not matter at this point for what we're doing, but just in case. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I have a piece of saran wrap here, and I'm going to put that in the resin and just make it crinkly. And you know what, I definitely have enough to do another one, so we're going to do 2 today. We're just going to go for it and hope for the best. What's the saying? Expect the worst, hope for the best. Well, that's what we're doing here. So yeah, so just like that. And I don't know if you can see very well on camera just yet, but I will show you up close in a minute here, once I get this other one filled, because this is the first step to the process. And then the second step is to let it cure up like this. You can either let it cure up all the way or just until it's not like sticky or tacky. Either way is fine because, like I said, we're going to put a top coat on it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And we're also going to be using some new mica powders that I got today, or the other day actually. I did a shorts showing what I got. And so, let's see, I'm going to just dump the rest of this in there, I think. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to take another piece of saran wrap that I have here. And I'm going to do this one without, actually, you know what? I can see bubbles at the bottom already, and I don't want that because this part, the bottom is going to be clear. Actually, that didn't take it out. They're like, there we go. What is that? Oh, that's weird. That's actually something in the resin, which I don't want. So I'm definitely going to get those out because I don't want them in there. They're, I think, little leftover chunks. I used a bowl, a mixing cup that may not have been 100% cleaned out, but that's all right. We can just dig them out here. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and place my saran wrap over here. Same thing. Just squish it in. You don't need to put much pressure on it. And just get it to where you are happy with the design. Just try your best. It's hard not to get bubbles in here. But if you do, you can kind of try to squish it to the side. See if it'll... But like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I don't know how this is going to work out for me, but hopefully it'll be fine. Okay, so now I'm going to leave this just like that, and we're going to let this set up, and then we'll come back and I will show you the next step. All right, we're back and we're ready to peel this off now. Now, this was a little bit difficult to start to peel off, but I think I got it a good portion of the way. I'm just using my X-Acto knife here to kind of help move it along. Hey guys, welcome back. So I had kind of a slight snafu with this yesterday with getting the Saran wrap off. So I tried it again off camera and I had the same problem. So when I've seen other people do it, they are able to take the Saran wrap off. I don't know if maybe mine was too thin or I pressed too hard, but it basically stuck to the to my resin. So what I did off camera is a test to see if it would work, and it did. And I will show you. After I show you this one, basically what I did. So basically what I did is I cut the Saran wrap around the mold and just left what was on the shape itself, left that there. And then what I did, which I'm going to do now, is go in with some my chameleon mica powders. I'm going to use the color Mint, Galaxy, and this one is Champagne. And these are from Let's Resin. They're chameleon powders. So I have not used these particular colors before, so we're going to see together how the combo is. And so what I did is just, and I actually started to do a little blue here, but I decided I didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna, the blue is probably still gonna show up a little bit, even though I rub over, but that's all right. It's fine. But you can apply these any way you want. As I always say, there's no wrong or right way. You can just put them sporadically, or you can, you know, do lines. However you feel you want it to look is what you do. Now, after I do this, I'm going to put a clear coat of resin on. If I put a color on, then you won't be able to see these. So that's why I'm going to do clear. And you'll see once I finish everything. Now, the other one I did that you didn't see, which I will show you later, had a little bit more wrinkly, well, this still does too, but it's just different. You'll see. I'm going to fast forward this part so that we can get on to the next step and then show you the reveal once it's all cured up and ready to demold. I have my resin mixed up already, and what you want to do before you pour your resin is make sure to either blow or tap off any excess of the mica powder, because you don't want any loose powders in there. Alright, so now I'm gonna just pour in there and fill up the rest of the mold. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pour. And like I said, I'm just going to fill this up the rest of the way. These colors are gorgeous looking. I think it's going to be really pretty. Now, I used some of, not these particular colors, but the same set with different colors in it from Let's Resin on a YouTube short I did. And I used, let me show you really quick. I used this olive color that looks really like kind of white and glittery. Now, I put a black background, so it came out the olive color. I'm going to show you here just real quick. See how it came out more olive looking. So depending on what color background you put, depends on what color it's going to look. You could do white, you could do red, you could do any color background you want, really. So I'm just filling up my other mold that you can't see here because I didn't quite fill it enough last night when I did it. So Want to make sure it's fully loaded there. And again, I will show you all of them, or both of them. There's just two. I will show you both of them once they're all ready to demold. But I think they're both, I know you can't see the one, but I think they're both absolutely gorgeous colors and everything. I highly recommend these Let's Resin Chameleon powders. I have some other powders that I haven't tested out yet. They are color changing. They change based on whether it's hot or cold. So I thought that was kind of cool. I did test them out in the shorts, but not doing it on a mold. So that'll be next step to try. Now with this mold, because I'm pouring clear, it's kind of hard to tell if you're getting in all the nooks and crannies and crevices and all that good stuff. So you got to make sure that you're getting everything good in there. All right, so that's it for now. We're just gonna let it set up and do its thing. And as usual, I'm gonna go dog walk, and I'll turn my heat mat on, and hopefully it'll be ready soon after I get back. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, we're back and we're ready to unmold this. So pretty much what you see on the front here is what it's going to look like. But I'm going to take it out so I can give you a better little close-up. Now, I'll show you the other one here that I did off camera in just a minute. I just want you to see this first. And I'm definitely going to have to do a little bit of cleanup on this because I kind of went over on the other... a little bit over on the mold a little bit, so I'm gonna have to cut this out and do a little cleanup. But there it is. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's not like super bright and colorful, but it's just enough that you can see. And I'm sorry about the ring light. That doesn't really help with trying to, there we go, get a good look at it. So that's this one here. And let me show you the other one. I will take that out. Alright, so here is the one that I did off camera. I did the same thing, I just used different colors. And I will list them all down below. I think this one's absolutely gorgeous too. So again, I'm going to have to do some research and find out how they were able to, what kind of saran wrap they used in order to get it off. Because like I said, I had trouble and it worked out just fine in the end. But I feel like when you take the saran wrap off, I think you get more color payoff on your mica powders. So I'm going to do some research on that and I'll get back to you guys. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And as I said, I will link everything down below. And I do have most of my stuff I get from Amazon. And in case you didn't know, if you're new here, I do have an Amazon affiliate. So if you purchase from Amazon, not necessarily from my store or anything, but I will get a small commission. Not very much, but just so you guys know that I will make a small commission if you do order from me. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will link everything I used in the video down below. And I will see you all in the next one.